Jenny, what's going on, girl? Yeah. Hey, by the way, this weekend, you and the girls want to go to the club, huh? Let you guys in? Yeah, I can let you in. 3 of you. No, just 3. Yeah, bring Stacy. Totally fine. Hey, by the way, bring them in for sure, but mind hooking me up with those calculus notes? Jenny? Hey Rick, 안녕하세요, my man. What's going on? Dude, sick night last night, eh? You guys had fun? Yeah, thanks for coming out, brother. So, dude, those calculus notes. Eric? Hello? Jenny! Yeah. Sure, 5 friends is fine. Yeah, I'll let you girls in. Come on. I'm a good guy, you know. Sure, I'll throw in a bottle. Half a bottle. Done. Send me the notes. You got my email, right? Sick. I'll see you tonight. Awesome. And hey, no Uggs. Hey, Jenny. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Sherjan, your personal mentor on the internet. So that was a scene from my college days. And that was me doing a side hustle. No, I wasn't selling drugs or anything like that. I'm not recommending that you do either. But you know, that was a scene from when I was in college and how I made some side money on the side or got some favors on the side for being a bad student. So anyways, the point of the video today is to convince you to start your own side hustle. And I think everybody, especially these days, with you know, the whole, you know, the world of software and internet changing, where, you know, being a creator is so much easier than before, I think everybody should have a side hustle. So what is a side hustle? A side hustle is like something which isn't like, you know, bestowed upon you by the system or the you know, or the society or the platform that you're part of. Like, it's not a job, it's not part of the school, it's not part of your family or your daily chores. It's just something that you love doing and somehow it ends up making money, right? And that's a side hustle. So the key thing is, it's something you love doing and it makes you even $1 that can become a side hustle. So what do I love about side hustles? I think there's a lot of cool things that side hustles are great for. The first thing, like I said, is the money part, right? Money is good. You know, you can sometimes make $1 and that extra dollar is great for whatever reason you want. It can make you an extra $10,000, right? You never know. Some people do side hustles which are literally paying them more than their main job, right? I know someone who writes a newsletter and they have about 5,000 people on that newsletter and they make over $100,000 a month just from the newsletter. So people like that exist. So with a side hustle, you know, you don't have to quit your main job. If you have that, maybe one day you will, but right now you don't have to do it. You can do this on the side. Similarly, you know, because it's a side hustle, you can also do it if you're in school. So you don't have to wait for the perfect time for it, but you'll make some money doing it. And that money is good. It can pay off student loans. It's some extra income in the pocket. You can do whatever you want with it and you have full freedom. But the other thing with the money that comes is you learn how hard it is to make money, right? We're all part of the society and the system where we get a job and we start working and automatically we start getting a $3,000 paycheck or a $5,000 paycheck, $10,000 paycheck, right? And we take it for granted. We're like, oh, that's easy, right? The truth is, that's actually very, very hard, right? Making even $1 on the internet or in a society is actually very difficult. And we take it for granted. But when you do a side hustle, when you actually do all the hard work, and build a brand, build a business, or any of those things. I'm not telling you to build the next Facebook. Even the smallest thing like, let's say, a lemonade stand every Sunday, you realize how hard it is to even earn $1. So that's number one. You know, it allows you to make money. The second thing that allows you to do a side hustle is that it allows you to do what you love, right? Basically, imagine if you loved playing video games and you could do it all day, you know, that's great. You can basically do what you love. If you, for example, love dancing, and you make it into some sort of a business, again, you're doing something that you love. So it doesn't feel bad when you do it. You're always excited to do it. And every time you do it, you jump off your chair, jump out of bed, and you're like, oh, I'm excited to do this thing. So having a side hustle takes your mind away from the boredom of, you know, day-to-day life, from the boredom of corporate, from the boredom of all the pressures of, you know, relationships and stresses in life and all that stuff, because it's uniquely a hobby of yours, right? It's something that you just enjoy doing, and that's a great thing. So finding a side hustle where, you know, you can be happy and you love doing it is another great thing. Next, it's freedom, right? The side hustle is not under any umbrella. Someone else hasn't told you to do it. You have the entire freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, right? And that's the beauty of it. whatever side hustle you start, nobody's gonna tell you when to do it. Nobody's gonna tell you how to do it, right? You can basically make all the mistakes you want, you can take all the risks you want, you can, go anywhere you want, whenever you want to do it, wherever you want to do it. It's entirely your decision. And the beauty of that, feeling, that freedom is one of the best things ever. And a side hustle allows you to do it. If you're working at Goldman Sachs and you have a side hustle on the side, Goldman can't really control it. Now, technically, you should let Goldman know that you're doing this side hustle, and hopefully it's a legal side hustle. But generally speaking, you don't really need to tell them. And I'm always a believer of, ask for forgiveness versus permission, because every time you're gonna ask for permission, they're gonna say no, and that's just how red tape in corporate America works. So my recommendation is always just do it. And if you get caught, as long as it's legal, right? Get caught, just say, hey, I'm sorry. Can I have permission now? Because that's my view on the freedom piece of it. But anyways, doing a side hustle allows you to have that freedom. The last piece of this is, we talked about the money piece. Money is great. We talked about freedom. We talked about, you loving it and enjoying it. The last piece of this is that it's uniquely you. Whatever you come up with, whatever your side hustle is, the best thing about it, it becomes your brand. Like, you're basically known on the street, in the office, anywhere, on a date, that you're the guy or the gal who does this thing, right? This thing becomes part of your name. It literally becomes part of your brand. And like I say, it becomes uniquely you. So when you go for your next interview, or even, let's just say you're interviewing for McKinsey, or you're interviewing for your next business school application, or you're even on a date and you're trying to interview with this person to become their partner, let's just say, right? In all of those situations, you basically can bring this experience, which is uniquely you, and it differentiates you from all the other candidates. All the other people who've done the usual rat race of working at a company or at a platform, going to school, getting a high GPA, that's fine, that's just part of the game. But here is one other person who has actually started something from scratch. That was their passion, that they loved doing, that they were excited about. And that's what makes it beautiful. It's uniquely you. So I'll tell you some of the ones that I did, right? So when I was actually in college, that's when I first started my first side hustle, and you saw the commercial for it early on. I wasn't a particularly good student, right? I was in aerospace engineering and I sucked at it. And here's a video of my thesis in third year of engineering, which is the aircraft I built. And you can see this is my aerospace career, basically crashing and burning in 6 to 10 seconds. So that's my career, right, of aerospace engineering. So I was definitely not a good student, not even a bad student. I was a pretty bad student. So based on that, I just hated going to class, and I didn't want to go to class because I always wanted to do something else. And that's related to my second side hustle. My first side hustle was I was a promoter at a club, right? And I was a photographer, which I enjoyed. So I would obviously, get hookups at the clubs to get in for free and allow other people to get in for free. So my first side hustle was finding, some awesome, really smart people in class and, convincing them to come to my clubs, and I'll let them in for free, but if they can share their notes with me. And when they shared their notes with me, I would let them and their friends in. That was my first side hustle. My second side hustle was starting a photography business, right? I never knew anything about photography, but I enjoyed photography. And this is, for you young kids out there, this is pre-TikTok, pre-Instagram, pre-iPhone days. Like, you had to carry one of those big DSLRs around. And I started photographing, proms and graduations and weddings. And that was my side hustle. And I started making, $50, $100, thousands of dollars, while being a student. So that was my second hustle. And my third hustle is this, and this has been going on for 10 years, right? Just coaching students, mentoring students, even if I had a job, even when I was working as an investment banking analyst at Morgan Stanley or at Google or as a vice president in Morgan Stanley again, I continued my side hustle of coaching and mentorship because this is uniquely me, right? I'm passionate about it. Nobody controls it. I control it. I make some money from it. That's fine too. I learn from it, but it builds me. This is what I love doing, and regardless of how much money I make or don't make, I continue doing it. So part of this video, or the point of this video, is I want you to go find that side hustle. And that side hustle doesn't have to be the hustle that makes you the most money. That's the wrong approach. Or a side hustle that is has the potential of scale, can grow. That's again the wrong approach. The right approach is finding a side hustle that you would love doing every day. That someone wouldn't it wouldn't feel like, oh man, I gotta go do this. Oh, I don't want to do it today. It's just too tiring, too much work. No. That's not the side hustle you want. You want to find a side hustle that you'll enjoy waking up to do, regardless of the weather, regardless of how tough your day is. You'll just love doing it. So take out the money part from the equation, take out the scalability of it. Just find something that's uniquely you that you love doing. It could be, for example, you're a great dancer and you love teaching dance. teach dance in the local community. I met a mom recently, and she's a new mom, and she loves basically showing what a new mom's lifestyle is. So she started an Instagram page and she's monetizing that. She has an audience that she's already built, basically focused on that. Again, perfect, founder passion fit, right? So find something that's uniquely you. Maybe let's just say you're a great chess player. Go, create a chess tournament in your local community or in your school or online, or teach other people how to play chess. So it could be whatever you want. You could be a creative, for example. Let's just say you found some unique product that you want to build, start selling it on Shopify. So find that unique side hustle. I have a friend of mine, I'll tell you another story, who actually used to sell bootleg pirated DVDs. Now, I don't want to name him, right, Eric, but he did that, and that was great. He made a bunch of money, and he was known on his campus as the DVD guy. So find whatever your brand is going to be, whatever you love doing, and do it. And the best part about it, when you do it, you'll do it for the rest of your life. And you never know, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it can become massive. It can become global, and you'll never know when that happens, but it may happen. But the best part about all of that is you'll have fun doing it. All right? So in the comments, I'd love to know, what is the one side hustle you guys have been thinking about, just never had the motivation to go start, regardless of the size of it and the money potential of it? Just tell me, write down in the comments, let me know what that is. All right, see you next time, guys.